A lot of tight window throws today. Anthony Gordon, Cam Cooper. Did you think this was one of the better days from the quarterbacks?
I thought Gordon really had a good day in team, and then Skell, I thought we were steady, and then but yeah, and we made some good catches, but it was, we also dropped some balls, but I thought we were pretty competitive all day though.
What do you think allowed Anthony Gordon to get in sync today? It just seemed like he was,
He got off some quick throws, and then guys did a good job turning and going upfield and getting yards after the catch and stuff. So then I think the energy kind of compounded. So it was, and he did a good job keeping it going.
What were your thoughts on Tinsley's performance in the 11-on-11s today?
I thought it was decent. Yeah, he's had better days, but I thought it was a decent day.
Aesop was on the receiving end of a few of those touchdowns. What kind of improvements has he made since last year? I know he's gotten in better shape. What else has he done to kind of step up?
Biggest thing, he's in shape. The second thing is and really good players are like this. Aesop gets a lot of mop-up balls, just a ton of mop-up balls. Some will break down, and he keeps going, and he keeps going, and he'll get a ball. And then the other thing, he's done a good enough job working and getting open and stuff. That guys have a tendency when something breaks down, they start looking for him, and he's the guy that they've started looking for. So then more balls come your direction.
Does he? He's kind of a small guy on the outside. Does he play bigger than the size would kind of show you, or?
I think he's kind of the regular size. We've got some big outside receivers. I've always thought of the regular size as being, kind of 6 feet, 180 pounds, So I have him as kind of a regular sized one. I'm not sure how tall he is, but, and then of course, Tay and Dez they're pretty big by anybody's standards.
About Travell Harris, he's a guy that redshirted, but Coach Nickel was very high on him last year in scout offense. What has he brought to the table so far this spring?
Does a great job getting straight up field, quick, pretty smart guy, picks things up pretty quick. I thought had a good day today. Had a real good day the practice before too.
When you don't have any pressure of games coming up, how do you kind of measure day-to-day success in spring ball?
You just try to see if you're getting better, more cohesive and better. It's hard in spring because so many people are repping, so many people are, getting reps, and so then, sometimes you're adjusting to a different quarterback or a different set of receivers or a different set of linemen, but, you want to be as synchronized and execute as good as you can. And I think we did pretty good today. I think both sides of the ball were pretty competitive.
And you've answered a ton of questions about the transition with the whole coaching staff, but you've had a few months in the film room and meeting rooms, and obviously now some spring practices. What have you kind of learned about this group?
Well, I think it's worked out really well because the philosophy on neither side of the ball changed a great deal. It didn't change at all on offense, and it didn't change too much on defense. And then special teams were doing some new stuff, but we got a lot of people involved, so that's gone good too.
What kind of influence individually has Mason Miller had on the offensive line?
I think pretty good. He's very hands-on, so it's like, those guys get immediate evaluation. They get immediate, that was a good play, that was a bad play, and he's very hands-on, and I think that's been real beneficial to us.
Has it been kind of weird having Coach Spurrier around, just coaching with him 20 years ago at Oklahoma? What's that dynamic been like, now?
Well, he's pretty much the same. He's always lively, high energy. And I think the energy translates to his players. And so I think that, and he's a real knowledgeable guy. He's always been. And so, and then, even when they didn't run what we run, there were some similarities. So, that was a pretty easy transition.
You've had some I think coaches here from Cam's high school. Are they just kind of here shadowing you guys, or are they more here to watch them practice?
Mainly watch film and scheme and drills and that type of thing. So.
Do they come in with you guys and watch film, or?
Yeah, the guys that visit. We've had visitors from all over. We've had them from Mexico and Japan and Tennessee, and I lose track of all the places, but. We let them in meetings and set them up with film.
This is the first year the Lehigh guys have come? Or,
No, they've come
through
before.
in the past?
Yeah, they've come before.
With so many new coaches, obviously, a lot of people kind of look at that first year, I guess, spring ball or fall ball, whenever it happens, as kind of building culture. Do you feel like you guys can just mostly focus on improving, or are you kind of still in that stage of building culture with it?
You're always working on it. You're always working on it, but nothing's changed. I mean, you know, our core values and, you know, what we push and our philosophy, that hasn't changed, you know, so.
It's good to get some wet ball work today. A lot of programs around the country have pretty good weather most of the spring. You guys get kind of all the elements here in Pullman.
Well, we didn't have to wet the ball ourselves, which we do that once a week. You know, we'll wet them ourselves. You know, have a bucket there, which, you know, the days that you see those buckets out there, they're full of water trying to get those balls wet. But no, we didn't have to work on it today. We just went ahead and let the balls get wet on their own, you know.
Would you say there's a best wet ball thrower of the three quarterbacks, kind of going for that starting job?
You know, you just practice it. There's really nothing to it. You practice it. In games, the balls are, you know, are drier than, you know, in practice, because you change them out. You got guys managing the ball, so in games they're drier than you'd think, but they do get wet. And then so practice, you know, when we do it, and like today is wetter than it would be during a game. I haven't, you know, for the most part, we've always thrown wet balls pretty decent, you know.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.
Coach?